imagine there's a storm the weather cannot predict.
Do you think Mrs. Parker Bowles was a factor in the breakdown of your marriage?
Well, there were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded. I did a lot of work, what I call underground, without any media attention. But it did surprise the people who were causing the grief. It did surprise them when I took myself out of the game. They hadn't expected that. And I'm a great believer that you should always confuse the enemy.
Who was the enemy?
Well, the enemy was my husband's department, because I always got more publicity. My work was discussed much more than him. And, you know, from that point of view, I understand it. But I was doing good things, and I wanted to do good things. I was never going to hurt anyone. I was never going to let anyone down.
Yeah. Can you find the words to sum up how you feel today, both of you?
Difficult to find that sort of word, isn't it, really? Just delighted and happy. And I'm amazed that she's been brave enough to take me on.
And I suppose in love.
Of course.
Whatever in love means.
Well, it
you can put your own interpretation.
The front right-hand side of the Mercedes just clipped the rear left-hand side of the Fiat Uno. He tried to correct the movement of the Mercedes, steered left, and sadly went directly in to the 13th pillar.
But you really believe that it was out of jealousy, that they wanted to undermine you?
I think it was out of fear, because here was a strong woman doing her bit. And where was she getting her strength from?
La Pitié-Salpêtrière is a very well-known hospital. She is certainly going to receive extremely good medical care, though. From the reports, it does appear that though clearly she has been badly shaken and she has a broken arm and cuts and concussion, she does appear to have escaped relatively, and I emphasize relatively lightly, from this accident.
Lady Sarah agonizing over one fateful question.
She was religious in putting on her seatbelt. Why didn't she put it on that night?
We're still only being told that the Princess of Wales is seriously injured, although I suppose some encouragement must be taken from the fact that she has been visited in hospital already.
Listening to an eyewitness earlier, a French eyewitness at the scene, he said that he thought that Diana had walked away from this crash because she said something. He saw a woman who looked like her talking and obviously in a distressed state, but the indication he gave was that she was able to walk at that stage. Now, if she's also received visits from the Interior Minister and one of the British Embassy staff, that would indicate that she would be in a fit state to receive visitors.
Do you think you'll ever be Queen?
No, I don't. No.
Why do you think?
Do you guys know what this represents?
Tell us, sir.
Maybe it's the calm before the storm.
What storm is it about?
You'll find out.
I'd like to be a queen of people's hearts, in people's hearts. But I don't see myself being queen of this country. I don't think many people would want me to be queen. Actually, when I say many people, I mean the establishment that I'm married into, because they've decided that I'm a non-starter.
Why do you think they've decided that?
Because I do things differently, because I don't go by a rule book, because I lead from the heart, not the head. And albeit that's got me into trouble in my work, I understand that. But someone's got to go out there and love people and show it.